are going to start standing, so just make your way to the top of the mat whenever you're ready. Thank y'all for coming out, even though
it's supposed to be even colder tomorrow.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm over this chilly weather, but Linda's in Wisconsin and I can't complain too much, but I'm complaining anyway, okay? All right, so we are going to take ourselves to start class through 6 Sundays because our first one is going to be like really stretchy and slow. So let's just come together, top of the mat, feet wherever you like them, hands down at your side. Take a nice deep inhale and sigh it out as you exhale. Bring hands to heart center, press the palms together, inhale. Sigh it out as you exhale. 2 more breaths big like that, inhaling deeply. With mouth open or closed, exhaling. 1 more together. And on your next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Palms trying to touch together. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as generously as you might like. We're going to stay in this first forward fold for a few breaths, maybe wiggling the neck back and forth, maybe wiggling the hips, perhaps finding some sway, maybe straightening-ish one leg and then the other. We'll all come to stillness, and on your next inhale, come halfway up. So the knees can remain a little bit bent or straighten out, hands to the shins, belly pulled in, shoulder blades together, gaze out in front of your mat. And on your next exhale, fold again, palm the mat. Let's step back to the top of our push-up plank pose, our first plank. Pull the belly in, puff that space out between the shoulder blades. Holding this at just a couple of breaths. And then let's all drop down to our knees so that we can lower really slowly, elbows working to graze the ribs as we come all the way down to the ground, chest and hips touching at the same time perhaps. Inhale, open up into your cobra. And exhale, release back down to the ground. Let's take 2 more cobras, making those as tall as you like. Inhale, opening. Exhale, releasing. 1 more time, opening into your cobra. And then push back to child's pose. So instead of going to a down dog this first round, we're going to come to child's pose. Use your arms to help push your hips back towards your heels. Your elbows can be off the ground. You can have palms pressing into the ground or fingertips with the palms off. Take 2 more nice deep breaths here. On your next inhale, come forward onto your hands and knees, tabletop, beginning some cat-cow movement. Dropping the belly, opening the chest, and then exhale, round the spine. Maybe your gaze shifts back between your legs. Inhale, open, dropping the belly, gaze might shift up. Exhale and round. Continue on your own breath, adding any other movements you might like along the way. Maybe some C curves, figure eights. Take about 3 more of your own breath cycles in your cat-cow movements. And then when you're finished, make your way to your first downward facing dog. And let's take some additional movement in this first down dog, which we're gonna be in for about 5 breaths, but we don't have to come to stillness in this 5 breaths. We can bend the knees generously and tap one heel or the other down. And the next time you come to an inhale in your cycle, Look forward and walk your feet between your hands. Let's come into that halfway up again, kind of resetting the spine, pulling the belly in. Exhale, fold forward, knees bent as much as you like. Drop the hips, round it up as you come up to standing. Reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands down to your side. Now, 5 far more traditional sunnays. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Adding your own modifications as you need. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take that half lift. On your exhale, palm the mat, step back. And then lower all the way down. Let's take one more round with Cobra. Inhaling, opening the chest. Exhale, down dog. Child's pose is always an option instead of down dog. On the palms, yes. Heels traveling toward the ground, gaze back between your shins at least, yes. Take a couple more breaths. On your next inhale, travel feet between hands and come halfway up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to rise. Reach the arms up overhead. Gaze shifts up. Exhale and take it right back down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat. Step back to the top of your push-up. Lower all the way or part way to chaturanga. Bottom of your push-up or all the way to the ground. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Settle right into your down dog. Don't forget to step forward if you need to, shortening your down dog. Pressing your chest between your shoulders, opening through the spine and the shoulders. On your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat. Take a half lift once you get there. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise, reach up overhead, palms together, gaze up. Exhale, take yourself right back forward. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat, step back. Lower all the way or part way on the toes or the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle into your breath, into the stretch. Engage into your belly. On your next inhale, travel to the top of the mat. Half lift. Fold. Rise on the inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, takes us right back down. Inhale, half lift. Palm the mat. Take your vinyasa, that's stepping back and lowering. Using an inhale to open the chest. And using your exhale to take you to down dog. Inhale, travel to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to rise, reach up. One more time, fold forward. Half lift. Palm the mat for your vinyasa. Meet everyone in down dog. Remembering that at any time you could take cat-cow as part of your vinyasa. You can take child's pose. On your next inhale, look to the top of the mat. Walk, step, or float. Feet to hands. Come half up. And then fold forward. Rise, reach the arms up overhead, but this time hands to heart center. Next inhale, sweep the arms up, keep them apart, and then sit down into your chair pose. If the toes are together, the knees are together. If the toes are apart, the knees are apart. Pull the belly in. Maybe look up briefly. And then on an exhale, fold forward. Take a half lift. Palm the mat for your vinyasa. Hope you're getting warm. And meet me in down dog. Reach the right leg up to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Step forward for high lunge. So we'll keep that back heel off the ground. Reach the arms up overhead. Sink down into that high lunge. Reach that back hamstring to the sky. Open up the front. left hip. Pull the belly in. On an exhale, palm the mat. Step back to take a vinyasa or step back and go right to downward facing dog. From down dog, bring the left leg high, three-legged. Step to the top of the mat for high lunge on this side. Inhaling as you bring your arms up. Exhaling as you sink in. Reach that back hamstring to the sky. Pull the belly in. Release hands down to the ground. Optional vinyasa or step back to downward facing dog. That's where we'll meet. From your down dog, travel to the top of the mat. Take a half lift. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips, chair pose. Reach the arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center as you stand straight. We're going to take ourselves around and around. So sometimes you're going to face away from you, and that's okay because we're going to kind of mirror what we're doing. You'll know we've been there already. Okay? Inhale as you reach up, sit down into your chair pose. Take an open arm twist to the right. So keep the arms open and twist to the right. Reach back to center, reach the arms up overhead, and step back with the right foot. So we're in high lunge with the right foot back, reach the arms up overhead, sink down. Take a quarter turn so that you're in a half sumo lunge to the top of the mat. So the left elbow and the left thigh might connect. Yes. Remember this because we'll be taking it when we turn ourselves around. Come all the way upright. Turn the outside edges of the feet parallel so you're facing the side of the mat. Hands to the hips, open the chest. And on an exhale, fold forward, soften the knees as you need to into your wide leg forward fold. Hands can come down to the ground for support. Jen, what's happening to you?
We just had a great view of each other.
On an inhale, hands underneath your face, come part way up, and then we're turning to the back of the mat into our high lunge. The right foot will be forward and the left leg will be back. Reach the arms up overhead, high lunge. Step to the top of the mat, chair, or the back of the mat. Good. Open arm twist to the right again. Come back to center with the arms. Step back with the right leg. Same thing we did last time. Reach the arms up, sink down into your lunge. Quarter turn is going to take you into your half sumo towards the back of the mat. And then straighten out that back leg. Turn the feet outside edges parallel, hands to the hips. Now your next partner can get a good view as you fold forward into your wide leg fold. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, come part way up. Turn yourself to the top of the mat. High lunge, right leg is forward. Reach the arms up and overhead. Step to the top of the mat, into your chair. No rest for us. We're going to twist open arm to the left. Back to center. Left leg steps back. You're in your lunge here. Open this lunge up into a bit more of a back bend this round. Cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms back to center. And then take that quarter turn so you're in your half lunge towards the right. Straighten the leg, wide leg fold. You can take your hands anywhere you like in these wide leg folds. Just 2 breaths. We'll keep ourselves moving. Inhale as you come at least part way up, and then we're taking our lunge to the back of the mat. Left leg is forward, reach the arms up. This is a cactus round, cactus the arms. Reach the arms up overhead, chair pose to the back of the mat. Open arm twist to the left, back to center. Left leg steps back for your lunge. Cactus the arms. Reach them back overhead. Quarter turn into your half lunge, right side. Straighten the leg, wide leg fold. Outside edges of the feet should be parallel. You might choose to do the same thing with your hands each time or something different. One more breath. Inhale to come part way up. Take your lunge to the top of the mat. Left leg is forward. Cactus the arms. Step to the top of the mat. Chair pose, but we will have a moment. Stand straight, hands to heart center. Now you know what we're doing, right? We'll be moving all the way around. Inhale as you come into your chair pose. Open arm twist to the right. Come back to center. Hands to heart center prayer, twist to the right. Again, hooking your elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Good job. Come back to center, reach the arms up. Step back with the left leg, high lunge. Cactus the arms, maybe shift the gaze, open up the spine. Reach the arms back overhead, and then drop that left hand towards that right thigh behind you, so we kind of come into this twist. And then we're ending up in that quarter turn, half sumo or half lunge to the left. Or towards the top of the mat still, towards the top of the mat. Straighten the legs, wide leg fold, outside edges of the feet, parallel. Inhale, come part way up. High lunge to the back of the mat. Reach the arms up overhead. The right leg should be forward. What are you guys on? What's going on back there? You're all on the left leg. How'd that happen? We're on the right side. All right, cactus those arms. Open up. Reach the arms up overhead. Drop that right hand down to your thigh. Take your twisted dancer. Come back to center. Step to the top of the mat. Chair pose. Sink those hips. Open arm twist to the right. We're on the right side. Come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right again. Come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. The right leg steps back. High lunge, reach the arms up overhead, and then cactus those arms. Reach them up towards the sky. Take your twist. Left hand drops to that right thigh, coming into your twist. Nice. Come back to center. Half sumo is to the back of the mat. Yes. Come back to standing. Legs straight. Outside edges parallel, fold forward into your wide leg fold. Inhale, lift part way up, turn to the top of the mat, high lunge, top of the mat. Cactus the arms, open up. Reach the arms overhead. Dancer your pose or come into your twist, opposite hand to the opposite thigh. Back to center. Step forward to chair, right to the left side. Twist open arms to the left. Center, reach the arms up. Hands to heart center, twist to the left again. Back to center, reach the arms up overhead. Left foot reaches back. Step back, attain your high lunge, and open up, cactus your arms. Reach the arms tall and straight. Dancer your arms or peaceful arms, right arm back. Reach the arms up overhead. Quarter turn, you're on the right side lunge. Still at the top of the mat. Okay, let's straighten out our legs. Turn the outside edges of the feet parallel. Wide leg fold. Inhale, part lift. Turn to the back of the mat. High lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Cactus the arms. Open up the spine. Reach the arms back overhead. Peaceful arms. Left arm coming down. Reach back to center. And then travel into chair, top of the mat. Open arm twist to the left. Come back to center. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left again. Good, back to center, reach the arms up overhead. Step back with the left leg. Cactus the arms. Reach the arms overhead. Peaceful arms, right arm comes down. Come back to center. Your half squat is to the right side towards the back of the mat. Come to straightening out the leg, wide leg fold, folding forward. We're going to change it up next round, so let's stay here for an extra breath. Sinking into this wide fold. Inhale, half lift, turn yourself top of the mat, high lunge, reach the arms up. Cactus those arms. Reach them back up. Peaceful arms, left arm comes down. Back to center. Step forward for chair, hold it for 3. Slow, 2, 1, and then stand straight, hands at heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. Yeah, shake it out a little bit, right? Exhale. Let's bring the right hand to the right knee or to that big toe, tall spine, standing hand to toe or hand to knee posture. Pull the belly in. Nice, Jen. Take that leg out to the side. Maybe turn to look over your left shoulder. That's when I lost it. And then back to center. Cross the body, left hand to that knee, right hand to the hip, or you could reach behind you as you come into your twist, the leg bent up. One more breath. Make yourself come back to center with control, and then release your foot to the ground. Wiggle that out. As you know, we have another side to do. Left hand to left knee or toe. Tall spine. Think about being very tall and straight and upright. Take that leg out to the side. To challenge your balance more, you can look over your right shoulder. And then back to center, cross the body. Right hand, I like to come to the outside of that knee. And the other hand can be on the hip or it can reach behind you. Pull your belly in as you take your twist. Don't fall out, come back to center first. And then release, hands down at your side, Tadasana. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead. Fold forward as you exhale. Half lift. Palm the mat. Step back to the top of your push-up. Stay there. Side plank on the right. That can be on the outside edges of your feet or on that right knee. You get to choose. Release your hand. Take your side plank the other direction when you're ready, when you set that up. Knee or side. Yes. Back to plank, top of your push-up. On an exhale, lower all the way or part way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, 3-legged. Keep that leg up as you open up, bend the knees, stack the hips, kind of coming into a bit of a twist and a reach. Bring that same knee to the same arm. Right knee to right arm. Maybe something can touch. Reach it back up into 3-legged down dog. Reach it high. Step to the top of the mat. We're going to come to warrior 1. So the back heel comes down to the ground. We're still kind of in that lunge. Yes. Reach the arms up overhead or always could be at heart center. Let's interlace our fingers behind our back. Open up the chest. And then humble our warrior right shoulder, reaching to come inside the right knee. Head might drop down. Arms are reaching away from the back. Inhale as you come up, reach the arms up overhead. I'm switching, you don't. And then open up, warrior 2. So reaching through the front fingers, maybe gaze out over those right fingers. That right knee tracking toward the pinky toe side. Pull the belly in, flip the front palm. Peaceful warrior. into extended side angle, forearm, or if you're reaching somewhere else, holding this, your hand open like you've got something fabulous in your hand you don't want to let go of, other arm reaching overhead. And Jessica, take your palm and turn it down towards the ground. There you go. Open your top shoulder to the sky more. Good. Drop your left hand down to the ground. Pop that left heel up. You're in your runner's lunge. Keep twisting, opening that right arm to the sky. Release that right hand down to the ground. Drop your back knee. Grounded lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Stay here or cactus the arms. Some of us might get enough stretch right here, or some of us might want to cactus the arms and open into that back bend even more. Reach the arms back up overhead. Release to the mat. We're going to step back to wide leg child's pose. So make those knees really wide, feet together, sink the hips back to open up. Come forward onto your belly so that you're in Sphinx Pose. So we'll bring those legs a little bit closer together, hips coming down to the ground, forearms parallel, hands spread wide, and then pull your chest through your shoulders so you have this nice, tall, upright chest. You can stay here if that's a good stretch for you, or you can turn your hands out a bit and begin to open up more by straightening out the arms into seal. One more breath, wherever you like to be. And then release down. Let's take a couple of rounds of cat-cow before we come back to down dog. So on the hands and knees, that's a pretty big back bend for me. So a few rounds of cat-cow to help the spine. And then make your way to downward facing dog for the other side. Bring the left leg high, three-legged. First, we're gonna bend the knee and stack the hips over to the side. Open through that whole left side body. Press into the left hand. On an exhale, knee to same arm, hug it in there. Inhale, lengthen back out to three-legged down dog. Step to the top of the mat for your warrior one. Heel is down in the back. Square your chest, your ribs to the top of the mat. Interlace your fingers behind the back. Inhale, open just. On an exhale, humble your warrior. Left shoulder is aiming for the inside of your left knee. On an inhale, come upright, reach the arms up overhead as you unbind, and then open up into your warrior two. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Reach the arm up overhead into extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh, other arm reaching overhead, palm towards the ground. Yes. And if you can, you'll bring your tricep by your ear. We're coming into our runner's lunge twist from here. Right hand down to the ground, back heel pops up, and then continue to twist, bringing the left arm into the air. Release that hand down to the ground, drop the back knee. Rounded lunge, reach the arms up overhead, staying here or cactusing the arms, whatever is right for your practice at the moment. to center. Ground the hands. We're coming back to a child's pose. You decide where you like your knees. I will tell you we're coming into puppy from this next child's pose, so that might make you decide one way or the other if you like your knees wide or closer together. You can always move them as we get ready to slide forward into puppy. So we bring the hips over the knees and the chest down towards the ground. Might mean the forehead is on the ground or the chin, or maybe your chest is all the way down. Just depending on your level of flexibility. You should be feeling a big opening in the shoulders and the front side body. Come out of our puppy by coming all the way forward onto our bellies, hands down at our side, rest on one cheek or the other before we do our backside strengthening. Bring your chin to the mat. Bring your hands to cactus arms if that's going to work for your shoulders. If not, hands down by your side. Let's zipper the feet together. So let's see if we can keep the toes, or maybe even the toes and the heel together for this round. Exhale your air out. On an inhale, bring everything off the ground that can come off the ground. We're still trying to keep the feet together. Pull the elbows down towards the back just a little bit for another 3, 2, 1. Release. Let your arms be where they're comfortable and rest on the opposite cheek. Chin back to the mat. Arms back to cactus arms. This time let your legs be apart wherever that's comfortable feeling for you. Exhale your air. Inhale as you bring everything off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down, rest on one cheek or the other, just a couple breaths. We're going to continue with cactus arms. Unless that does not work for you, then you can take something else. We'll bring the chin back to the mat, cactus arms. This time bring your feet wide, maybe the outside of your mat. We'll keep them wide as you exhale your air, and then inhale to bring everything off the ground, legs staying wide for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release down. We've got one more variation. Chin to the mat, again with the cactus arms. This time I'm going to bend my knees so that the soles of my feet or my heels will be towards the sky, and that's how I'm going to try to keep them. Exhaling my air out, inhaling to bring everything off the ground that can. This one's super hard for me. Here we are, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Maybe you keep the knees bent and windshield wiper them back and forth. And then when you're ready, I want you to make your way back towards child's pose. So that might mean a few cat-cows in there, or maybe you'll just be ready to sink into your child's pose, taking our spine the opposite direction from all those back bends. Take a really deep inhale, use that air to open up your spine, and then a really deep exhale. Walk your hands over to the right so you find some side stretch. Come through center and eventually take yourself over to the left. come to center. One deep inhale and exhale. And then make your way to downward facing dog. We won't be there long. We're gonna just take downward dog so that we can set up to travel to the top of the mat. Feet between hands, take a half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale as you come to standing, reach the arms up overhead, and then release hands down to your side. Okay, good news, we still have time to flow through everything. Once again, reach the arms up overhead, sit down into your chair. Open arm twist to the right. Come back to center. Hands through heart center, twist to the right. Maybe open your arms like a book if you're feeling like it. Come back to center when you're ready. Reach the arms up overhead. Right side reaches back. High lunge. Take that into the back bend of your choice. That might be looking overhead. We're going to take that right into our twist. Left hand reaching back. Finding those peaceful arms. Quarter turn, our half lunge is to the top of the mat to the left. And now everybody reach forward like Spider-Man. Bring back hands to heart center or maybe elbow to the thigh. Reach forward like Spider-Man. And back to center. One more time, we're reaching forward like Spider-Man. And back to center. And we're just gonna turn ourselves all the way to the back of the mat. High lunge on the right to the back of the mat. Yes. Take it into the back bend of your choice. Take it into your dancer or peaceful arms. Come back to center. Listen up. Before we were to come to chair in this round, we're going to come into that standing balance with the left hand to the left knee, right hand to the hip, or out to the side. Yes, or hand to big toe. You know it, Jen. Take that leg out to the side. And back to center. Dancing Shiva, that's the right hand crossing over so you can find your twist in this standing balance. Take just a breath. Good job, everyone. Make yourself come back to center with control and sink down into your chair. Open your twist to the right. Open arms. Center. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right again. Open the arms like a book if you choose. Back to center. Right foot steps back. High lunge. Open up into your high lunge. Back bend. Dancer the arms. Half sumo or half lunge to the left. Reach out like Spider-Man. Back to center. Two more times. Reach out like Spider-Man. I can see you all in this reflection. Good job. Back to center. Reach out like Spider-Man. Back to center. And then turn to the top of the mat. High lunge on the right, top of the mat. Into your back bend. This time we're going to come back to center. Drop that back knee. Grounded lunge. So take it into the back bend of your choice again. Really sink your hips. Open up through the heart. You can dancer this one as well as you come up to center. That right arm will reach back. Bit of a dancer and a twist. Back to center, arms reach overhead. And then let's take a splits prep so we can open up our right hamstring even more. So hands to the ground, and we'll straighten out that right leg and fold over that right leg to the best of our abilities. Good, there you go. Ground your foot, ground your hands, curl your back toes. Let's come back up to our high lunge, reach the arms up overhead, and then step forward chair, right into the, keep saying right, but into the left side. Twist open to the left. Center. Hands to heart center, find your twist, opening the arms if you wish. Center, reach the arms up overhead, left side, so the left leg reaches back into your lunge. Find your heart opening in your lunge. For me, often that's only looking to the sky or reaching my arms back further. Dancer or peaceful that the right hand comes down. Back to center, quarter turn. We're in that half squat to the right. Reach forward, Superman. Bring the arms back in. 2 more. After you come back in, we'll take our lunge to the back of the mat, turning all the way around, reach the arms up overhead, and then into your back bend here. When you're ready, come upright enough that you can dancer or peaceful those arms. Left arm comes down. Back to center. Standing balance, top of the mat or back of the mat, right leg is up, maybe the knee to toe or knee to hand. Hand to toe, man, hand to knee. Take the leg out to the side. Nice job, y'all. Back to center. Find your twist here for your standing Shiva. Twisting open. Back to center with control. Release your legs. Come right down into your chair. Open your twist to the left. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come back to center. Hands to heart center. Another twist to the left. Open the arms if you choose. In your twist, yes. Back to center. Reach the arms up for stability. Step back with the left leg, left leg. Open your heart in this lunge. When you're ready, dancer or peaceful arms, that right hand comes down. Last time into that quarter squat, to the right. Reach forward like Superman, or Spider-Man 3 times. I'm getting my superheroes confused. Black Widow, I should have said, but I don't know if she does this. Turn your lunge to the top of the mat. The left leg should be forward. We're reaching up. We're taking that into our back bend. And taking that into our dancer or peaceful arms. Left hand is down. We'll come back to center so that we can drop that right knee. Drop the hips down and come into your opening here in your grounded lunge. We'll dancer or twist that lunge as well. So maybe you come upright a bit first and then reach that left hand back, right hand here. Let's come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead, reset, and then hands to the ground as you straighten the left knee, folding over those left hamstrings as you can. Come back to our lunge, ground the foot, hand might come forward, curl the back toes so that the knee can come off the ground, reach the arms up overhead. Here we are in our lunge. Step forward into chair, and then stand straight. One more flow, reach the arms up overhead. Fold forward. Half lift. Palm the mat, take a vinyasa, or go right to your downward facing dog. That's where we're all gonna meet. Do what's right for you. Reach the right leg to the sky, bend and stack. This is our only chance for a flip dog or wild thing, so take that if you're coming into that in your practice. If you're not, maybe you're watching everyone else, see what that's like. Beautiful job, ladies. Come back to three-legged, and then bring that right knee to the right arm once. Reach it up to the sky. Let's do it twice. And we'll end up doing that 3 times. So reach to the sky. One more time. Knee towards arm. Reach back to the sky. Step to the top of the mat. Drop that back heel. Warrior 1. Release the hands behind your back. Interlace, open the chest, humble your warrior. Come back upright, reach the arms up overhead as you unwind, and then open up warrior two. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. This is our last time here. If you feel like taking a bind, you could do that, a full or partial bind. Or you can stay here in your side angle, pull the belly in and engage. We'll come out into our twisted lunge, so unbind as you're ready. Left hand will come to the ground, back heel pops up, keep turning so you can twist open to the right. Release your right hand down to the ground, drop your back knee. Keep that left hand grounded. We're gonna reach back towards our left toes. So maybe we can bend them, maybe we can find them, maybe we can't, and pull the heel in towards the bum. We'll unwind, curl the toes, step back to plank, take a vinyasa, or bring the hips high and come right to your down dog. We've got the other side, and then we're done flowing. Left leg high for three-legged, bend and stack, taking your flip dog or wild thing on this side if you choose. We'll all come out with control back to three-legged, and then 3 times knee to left arm. Inhaling to come back to three-legged, exhaling as you hug your knee towards your arm. After your third, step to the top of the mat, warrior one, back heel comes to the ground. Interlace the fingers, open the chest, humble your warrior. Inhale, come up, reach the arms up, and then open up warrior two. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Extended side angle, maybe binding again on this side, or staying on your forearm. Runner's lunge twist is how we're coming out. Right hand to the ground, back heel pops up. Keep going until that left arm reaches to the sky. Hand to the ground, drop the back knee, but we're staying low. Right hand grounded, and we'll reach back and see if we can connect to the foot. Opposite arm to foot, and then squeeze it in. Release. Find your tall plank, so step back. Make your way to down dog, taking a final vinyasa here if you choose. From down dog, we're going to come forward and have a seat. Y'all know I wouldn't leave out your Navasanas and all that stuff. You know I wouldn't do that to you. But I do have this terrible knot in my shirt I'm going to undo so I can lie down. Seems like a good idea until I'm sitting in the car or doing yoga. Real lying down yoga. My favorite yoga, right? Okay, so let's come into our boat pose. That could be feet on the ground or not on the ground, shins parallel, legs straight. It's wherever you're at. We'll try to bring the chest high and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the feet to Badakanasana feet, so the soles of the feet together. Maybe you're holding on to those big toe mounds as you lengthen through the spine, and then fold forward. You can use your elbows to maybe help open your thighs more. We're all at a different place, right? Come upright, back to your boat pose, wherever that might be. We're all going to shift our hands over to the right, like we're reaching for a ball over here, and we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our Badakanasana. Soles of the feet together, opening, folding, or rounding if you prefer to round. Forehead towards the feet. I don't know which one of those I really like. Coming upright, now you know we have another side to do because I would never leave you hanging on purpose. Back to your boat, and then we're twisting over the other direction to the left, I believe, holding our ball for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, and then release your legs out straight. Move anything out of the way that might need to be moved out of the way. I like this best with a tall, straight spine, even if we need to bend the knees some. And in order to, sometimes you can make a fist under here so you get a bit of extra support as you come over your legs. So it really depends on your hamstrings, and you find your bind. If you're bound in some way, unwind. We're coming back up into our boat pose, so find it. And you're either going to touch opposite foot to opposite hand or opposite hand to opposite knee. So you decide which is right for you as you go back and forth. We'll just do this until everybody smiles at me and tells me how much I love core and boat pose and how happy they are I came up with this one. Or until Jen falls over, which is also a good sign. And we're going to take this into our wide leg seated fold. So come out, maybe you need to move. I prefer to have my heels on here just because, you know, every bit of comfort helps. And then we'll fold forward, hands, forearms, right, chest. You decide how far down you are able to go. Let's begin to come upright. Use your arms as you need to bring your legs back together. We're going to lie down on the mat, so make the adjustments you need so that your legs are out straight or straight-ish. And we'll keep the arms out and round it down nice and slow. It's not a contest, but who can end up last? Don't worry, it's not a contest though. Wonderful control, everyone. Once you make it to the bottom, and take your time, reach the arms overhead for a nice long body stretch. Let's hug the right knee in towards the chest. So I like to wrap my forearms around my knee, but you might be holding on with your hands. Think about asking your belly to sink away from that thigh that's into your ribs, melting down toward the ground. Now, likely you need to take some of that pull off as you take that knee across your body into a spinal twist. You might keep your right hand on your hip or open it up. You decide how far. I like to at least make sure my right toe can come to the ground and give me a little support in my twist. Come back to center. Let's keep that right knee in still, but realign your hips as you need to. And we'll work towards straightening out the right leg. Now we're all in a different hamstring place, so we'll have that leg as straight as we can, and you're holding onto your leg somewhere as you gently pull the leg in towards your chest or your face. Or maybe it is that you're working on straightening the knee wherever you're at. Instead, you know where you're at on your own hamstring journey. We aren't here to force that today. Gently release your right leg to meet your left and reach the arms up overhead for a long body stretch again. Take a breath here. Hug the left knee in towards your chest. So this is the one where we're really going to hug it in nice and tight, getting some compression in the hip and into the belly. And then take some of that compression off as you take your knee across the body into your spinal twist. Finding a place you can be so that your leg is hopefully not completely hovering off the ground. That way you can relax a bit. Come back to center, make any adjustments you might need before you straighten out that left leg into your hamstring stretch. Find the place that's best for you to hold onto your leg and either work towards further straightening or pulling that straight leg in towards your face. Release the leg, take one more long body stretch, enjoying that as long as you would like, before coming into your final posture of Shavasana, allowing everything to really release and be kind of floppy and relaxed. Giving yourself Shavasana for as long as you would like. Namaste.